Welcome to our video guide for Key Stage 4 Accountability and Progress 8 for schools in England. This is video guide 4 of 5, Calculating Progress 8 with fewer than 8 subjects. This video, Calculating Progress 8, gives worked examples for fewer than 8 subjects. If you need more help, we've provided contact details of curriculum and policy experts you can talk to at the end of the video. Even though the measure is entitled Progress 8, it may be in the student's interest to take a different combination of 8 or fewer than 8. In such cases, it can not only be of benefit to the student, but it can also reflect positively in the school's performance measure. The Department of Education has emphasised this point throughout the consultation and in the various documents published since the new measures were announced. The additional time for English and Maths is important for the student, as these are such critical subjects. For the school, they are double weighted, and this is a deliberate incentive to maximise achievement. Achievement in these subjects by the end of Key Stage 4 is particularly important for the Year 10 cohort starting in September 2014. These students will be the last to take the current GCSEs in English and Maths, and if they do not get their pass grades in summer 2016, will have a single retake opportunity on the current specifications in November 2016. After that, any future attempts will be on the new specifications, which will be significantly different from those which they've been previously prepared for. As well as more time for English and Maths, some students will be more engaged and motivated by subjects other than those making up the Progress 8 measure. This candidate follows a programme with fewer than 8 subjects. This allows time for extra support in English and Maths, and extra time to achieve better grades than expected. They have time to take larger certificate-sized qualifications in sport and ICT, as their areas of greatest interest. The science programme of study requirement is met through the BTEC award. There are no subjects in the EBAC group, and 4 subjects available for Group 3. Remember that if a second English qualification is taken, it is counted in this group. The best 3 of these 4 subjects are used to calculate the score for this group, and so English literature does not contribute. The BTEC certificates now count as 1 subject each, even though they are twice the size of a GCSE in timetable and content terms. When the student's attainment total of 35 points is converted to a Progress 8 score, we see they have actually made half a grade more progress than would be expected. The student has also gained the equivalent of 6 passes at GCSE, English, Science and the double-sized Sport and ICT. This may well allow them to progress to Level 3 study post-16, perhaps follow a vocational sport or IT course. They have passed English, which means they will not need to continue with that subject, and have a near miss in mathematics. Their area of weakness can be targeted in a short course of study that might allow them to pass on an early resit in the November of Year 12. As well as this benefit to the student, the school also records a strong positive value-added score. This student has a similar prior achievement profile to the previous example, but they are put on a programme that conforms to the full Progress 8 measure. The subjects may not motivate them in the same way, and there is no time for additional support with their Maths and English. Results are very much in line with expectations. In calculating example 3, the Progress 8 score shows that this student has come in almost exactly in line with the national average achievement for students with the same prior achievement. There is a modest positive score for the school of 1/10 of a grade. However, the difference between the prospects for this student and the one in example 2 is significant. With the equivalent of only 2 GCSE passes, this student will realistically be looking to progress only to a Level 2 course post-16. They have a lot of ground still to make up in Maths and English, which will account for a significant proportion of their study programme. This approach will not be right for all students, but it does illustrate 2 important points about Progress 8. First, it is not always in the interest of either the student or the school to assume that a curriculum based on the Progress 8 formula is most beneficial. Second, Progress 8 is based on the premise that every student matters, and that the results for every student will influence the headline measure in the way that 5 A stars to C could not do. If you need more advice about Progress 8, you can contact your Curriculum Development Manager or Curriculum Support Consultant at www.btech.co.uk/support. Sign up for our Policy Watch updates at policywatch@edexcel.com or talk to your subject advisor in the Teaching Services team. You can get in touch at www.edexcel.com. Contact us. Take a look at Video Guide 5 to see Calculating Progress 8 for Science and First Entry.